Hey, it's Gavin here, and today I'm just going to demonstrate the Wing Chun dummy. The Wing Chun dummy, often I get people that are really confused about it. They're wondering how we use it and all that kind of stuff. It's such a strange looking thing. Kind of think of it like an agility ladder for your footwork. It's kind of like for other stuff as well. So it's with a bit of creativity, with a bit of imagination, you can rep out a lot of the moves and kind of conceptualize them and practice body moves, and you can also coming in contact, you can actually feel a bit of pressure, even though it's not real pressure. It's better than just doing it in the air or imagining it, right? Okay, so this one here is a custom one I built, which has bungee cords on it. It's wall mounted, so I can actually push it and it springs back. The arms are padded. I use pipe foam, and I use tennis balls on the end, and that allows me to use a combination of many arts. Sometimes I do things similar that are used in grappling. Sometimes I use things that are used in Kali and Jeet Kune Do and Wing Chun. There's a lot. Traditionally, they came from Wing Chun, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff you can do on it as well. So basically, one of the things we could start with is using these reference points as kind of imaginary. These are arms punching at you, and then there's three because this sort of simulates a low arm. So it could be a body shot. So we can't, we have to have three because we can't, they don't come out easily. So then I want to be able to just use my imagination. So there's a low shot or whatever, these are high shots. So I can start moving around, I can start zoning and stuff like that. I can do different things, I can also start intercepting. So something comes in, I can start working these lines. This is what we sometimes refer to as cutting in. Almost like you're cutting in those slices. Boom, boom. So what I'm going to do here is this little pattern here where I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go there, there, and there. And I'm just going to go back and forth. Not even worried if I'm really hitting the thing hard. It's not about, I'll hit the heavy bag if I want to go hard. So that's one drill. Here's another one. Sometimes I will attack the limbs if we don't have a weapon, if we don't have a knife to slice them and dice them, we can use our knuckles from long range. So this is even before I'm not necessarily close enough to do striking to the head, but I can sometimes reach the limbs. And so sometimes or forearm. Sometimes I'll take the forearm out, sometimes take the bicep, and inflict pain, causing a flinch, to make entries a whole lot easier. So when I do these shots, I can also combine it with a parry, elbow the fist. So there's a little drill I do here. I made this one up, it's really fun. It's just to rep out some of the destructions. We can do downward destruction, downward backhand. We go inside gunting, under the tricep, elbow. Then I'm going to do the other side. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. So it's a little pattern, I can rep these out. So I'm starting to kind of conceptualize. These could be punches coming in, I'm just intercepting with my elbow and also my fist. Not necessarily the top always, but sometimes I'm using it like a knife, just digging it in. Boom. Okay? Sometimes in closer yet, we start going into what we call trapping. Trapping is just anything that's making contact with the person. You're starting to limit their options by closing down, intercepting and closing down the lines of attack. So if I start monitoring certain limbs or grabbing them, or some of the stuff looks the same as clinch stuff too. Maybe I'm doing pummeling. I could do the pummel drill here. These arms don't bend, but I could do arm drags on the other flexible one. I can train some arm drags. I can train some groin shots. Up there. So I'm creating a barrier, taking the groin out as I go. Maybe up here. So I do a lot of freestyle with the dummy. Next one we're going to do is just kind of like the pummeling drill here, but we're going to make connection. So I'm going to swim through. Okay, this one's going to be up, and this one's going to be down. So it looks kind of like the boxer shoulder roll. Boom. One arm's up, one arm's down. Boom. but we're using it a little differently. So it's going to be used for absorbing and controlling limbs. So I'm going to go this way, move here, and I'm going to push. And I'm going to push this way. So see how I can shift? I can shift side to side. Where I can flow. I can break out of it and do some destructions. So I can be flowing here. So then I can just break out. So this one here is a flow hands. Just swim through. Swimming through. I'm just going through the motion. And then I'm going to actually push a bit so I can feel the resistance. I'm going to do that's what I just did there is basically a jut. I'm going to pull, punch, okay? So in the mix, there's resistance here from a limb. It's kind of like a parry, but I'm going to parry down, kind of inward, pull down, and I'm going to rely on their spring energy to, as they resist, if they don't resist, I'm just going to hit anyways, but if they resist, all the better. It's going to pull me up, fire me into that shot. So, it's all good, works together. Another variation of this is when I'm on the inside, I can pull, turn my hips and pull, backhand. So this is going to roll, this is what we call inside lop. I'm going to pull and put and hit, backhand. Okay, so backhands with the knuckles only, not the sensitive part of the hand. Okay, boom, right there. So I can here, move in here. I can hit this, or I can pull here. Boom. So I'm trying to dissolve these hands to create options here. Not only options there, but when I feel resistance from going there, I also have the low line. Things like groin slaps. I might slap the ground. I might hammer fist it. I might do some low line shots. I might do some knees. When I feel resistance, I either go through it by using, like absorbing it, or going around it. So here's another one. So once I got the high line here, with a jut, or whatever, hands, I have the hand over, pull, push. This could be, it doesn't have to be a straight punch. Sometimes it will be, a lot of times when people start to grab you, they start to, I don't know, like pummel or bear hug or whatever. And if the high line is open, if you have the top position, okay, so I'm assuming we're not doing, well, if for whatever reason you have the top position with whatever hand, you can strike, you can ear slap, which is super effective. From here, I move around, bam, ear slap. Now I'm going to open, they're going to have a significant pain reaction that's going to give me a moment in time to follow up, okay? So, you got your punch, you can practice the punch there, you can practice the ear slap. Also, you can pull the arm down, slightly in, and then elbow. So I'm here moving around, so I'm pull down, elbow. Okay, so there's a few just off that position. That's just one of many positions, but it's something that I've been playing with. It's a lot of fun. The other one I was doing here was popping this up. Okay, so I pop this arm up and I drop. Okay, the key is to not just lower yourself, but to actually do a slight hop and then let yourself lower quickly. Okay, and then you're gonna slap the groin. Okay, and I like to, and then come right back up for an eye jab. So groin, eyes. Okay, with that combination, just groin, eyes, you're gonna have the best of luck for that. Okay, so they're low risk, high reward attacks. Okay, so those are some of the things. There's a little flow there I showed you, which reps out a whole bunch of movements. You know, it won't necessarily look like that in reality, of course, but it's just like a agility ladder. You know, you're doing a whole bunch of footwork or whatever, and you might little blips of it. You know, up here and bam, right there, or maybe here. There's my inside box out, outside jut. There's a chop, groin slap, destruction, boom, boom, boom. You doing too bad. You you know, you just play with it, have fun, make it yours. Take care.